everyone, welcome back to another episode of Crazy Delicious Cooking. We missed you, we know, it's been a while, we almost forget how to do this. But we're back, and the recipe that we are bringing to you today is requested by all of you. So a couple days ago I posted this on social media and all of you were asking for the recipe. So we said, why not record an episode and show you how it's done, because it's delicious. Of course it's delicious. It's crazy delicious. And it's really, really easy. So let's go ahead and get started. So what we're making today is a lemon blueberry cream cheese Danish. So perfect for breakfast and brunch and even a little snack. We wanted to use fresh berries for this recipe, and luckily it's berry season. So we went to the Happy Berry in 6 Mile, South Carolina, which is a local berry farm, and picked them ourselves. So we had lots of berries and lots of fun while we were there, so check it out. Enjoyed all the pictures and videos from our time at the Happy Berry. It is a local farm here in South Carolina, so we highly encourage you to go out, especially at this time, and support local restaurants, farms, businesses of any type. We go to the Happy Berry every year, and we truly enjoy just being out and picking fresh fruit, because you know I love my plants. I've even grown some blueberries on my balcony. They're going okay, but not really sure about that. So let's go ahead and get started on our actual recipe. The first thing you're gonna do is you are gonna make sure that you buy these puff pastry sheets, and you're going to use 1 sheet, so it comes in a pack of 2. 1 sheet is gonna make you 4 of these. So of course, if you need more, you're gonna have to double this recipe. So go ahead, these are frozen. You wanna take your puff pastry sheet out. Now you can let this thaw according to the package directions for like 40 minutes on the counter, or you can go ahead and follow the instructions on the back of the package to do it in the microwave. We don't have much time here on Crazy Delicious, so I'm gonna pop this one in the microwave for like 15 seconds on each side and then roll it out. So according to the package directions, like I said, you're going to just follow those. You're just supposed to wrap it in a paper towel and put it on one side for 15 seconds and the other side for 15 seconds. And then if you need more, you can do more. Thank you, assistant. I'm just going to go ahead and turn it over for the next 15. All right, so our puff pastry is softened. I'm just going to go ahead and move it here to the cutting board, so you have to be a little bit careful. And then, like I said, this is going to make us 4 pastries. So I'm just going to go ahead and divide this evenly with a knife. Alright, so once you have your puff pastry divided into 4, you're going to go ahead and use the same knife, and you're going to score a square in the middle of your puff pastry. So you're just going to kind of go around and leave a border and just kind of cut it, not all the way through. So just go ahead and do this for all 4 of your puff pastries. So the outside is going to puff up and the inside is going to be where your filling is. Okay, and then also to make sure your inside doesn't puff up with the filling, you're going to take a fork and you're going to poke holes. Now these holes can kind of go all the way through in the center of your square. So now it's time to take your puff pastry and put them onto the baking sheets. So I'm using 2 baking sheets just to make sure that the puff pastry doesn't touch each other, because one is a little bit tight for 4. These are going to be ungreased. You don't need parchment paper, you don't need spray, foil, nothing. Just plain baking sheet. They're not going to stick. So let's go ahead and transfer these over. Thank you. Now clearly I forgot how to do Crazy Delicious cooking, because before we started all of this I should have told you to preheat your oven to 400. So our oven is already preheated, but make sure while you're doing all these steps your oven is preheating to 400 degrees. So up next is, of course, to make our cream cheese filling. So what we're going to do is we are going to combine 3 ounces of plain cream cheese with 1 tablespoon of sugar and a ½ teaspoon of vanilla extract. Oops. Then go ahead and just stir this to combine it. Just make sure it's really combined. That looks good. Just set that to the side and we're going to use it in just a few minutes. Now up next, you're going to take your blueberries and combine them with the sugar and the lemon juice. Now of course you can always leave out the lemon juice in this recipe if you don't like lemons. It doesn't really give it a huge lemon taste, but it helps the sugar stick to the blueberries. So you can probably just use water in substitute for the lemon juice if you don't like lemon. So let's take another bowl and we are going to take a ½ cup of blueberries and then a 1/4 teaspoon of lemon juice. So it's not very much lemon juice at all. And you can add a little bit more if you want, just to kind of, if you like lemon more. I like lemon. And then your ½ tablespoon of sugar. Go ahead and mix these up to coat your blueberries in that sugar. Okay, and now we're going to bring our puff pastry back over here and add our cream cheese and our blueberries to our center square. So just go ahead and now you need to ration your cream cheese filling, so don't put it all on one. And go ahead and spread that out evenly in your inside square. This is a great job for the kids if you want to get them involved. They'll love it. They'll love putting the blueberries on top. Okay, and then add your blueberries right to the top, inside the square. Look at that. Ration your blueberries too. You don't want to run out on the first one. Perfect. And the last step before we put them into the oven is going to be doing an egg wash on the outside so they get nice and golden brown. So you're going to take 1 egg, crack it, scramble it, and add 1 tablespoon of water to that egg mixture. Mix it all up and then get your brush and brush it on. Alright, so you want to be a little bit careful when you do this. Of course, you don't want to get your egg anywhere inside your cream cheese. So this is probably, if you have kids, this is probably an adult's job. So just go around the edges and just kind of egg wash those carefully. So we're going to pop these into our oven for 18 minutes until they are golden and puffed up. Keep an eye on them because I think I took them out a little bit early, but again, all depends on how hot your oven gets. So let's go ahead and pop them in. I need my assistant for this again. Do something around here. Boom. Look at those timer skills. While your blueberry cream cheese danishes are cooking, you're going to go ahead and make your icing for the top of them because you can't have a Danish without more sugar on top. So we are going to combine a 1/4 cup of powdered sugar with a tablespoon of heavy whipping cream. If you don't have heavy whipping cream, you can also use milk for this. It'll just be a little bit thinner. But if you don't want to buy heavy whipping cream, go ahead and just use milk. So 1 tablespoon. And then just go ahead and combine that until it gets to the right consistency. You might need to add a little bit more if it's not looking wet enough, but this looks perfect. So I think we are good. So I've got my pigs in my hand, and you know what that means. It's time to take the danishes out of the oven. Let's go! These look so good. They're nice and golden brown on top, which is exactly what you want them to look like. And the blueberries have cooked with the cream cheese in the middle. So what we're going to do is we are going to just transfer them to a cooling rack, let them cool for a few minutes, and then go ahead and drizzle them with our icing. All right, let's drizzle these with our icing. Wow, look at that. So good. You do want to make sure that these cool pretty much completely because the center, the cream cheese filling, is really, really hot. If you bite into it right now, or even in about 5 minutes later, it's still going to be really hot. The blueberries are really hot too, so just be careful. Let these cool for a good like 15-20 minutes before you go ahead and eat them. You can also eat these right away. Of course, they're the best, but you can also keep them for a couple days. Just cover them. Don't put them in the refrigerator. Just cover them on the counter. So on today's episode of Crazy Delicious Cooking, yes, I said it, it's Crazy Delicious Cooking, not to be confused with Crazy Delicious, a new Netflix show that's really fancy. We are Crazy Delicious Cooking, and today we made lemon blueberry cream cheese danishes, and they are crazy delicious. This recipe was one that we posted and just showed you pictures of what we made, and you requested that we make a video showing you how to make them. So if you make this recipe yourself, don't forget to tag us or comment with how delicious they really are. Also, don't forget to subscribe, like, and follow us over on Instagram and Facebook. So thank you for joining us on this long-awaited episode of Crazy Delicious Cooking. We are back in action, and we'll see you next time. Bye!
Bye! Oh.
Yeah, goes in with the egg.
Okay, I thought we were gonna leave it in here. What are you doing?
It's real quick. It's a quick recipe, Lois. Everything is ready. It's boom, boom,
Well,
boom.
then say what you did.
I will. Okay.
Let's put these in like sort of a symmetrical.
Well, I was putting them together, Lois, with what needs to go together. Now, don't get that sugar mixed up. Which sugar? Oh, God, Lois.
You know what sugar is what.
No, I don't. I just want it like this, okay? Are you making it or am I making it?
Well, leave it like organized.
It's fine. It's organized. It's organized. Look. Oh my God. I'm gonna quit.
All the shade.
Yep.
All the shade. It's terrible. Look at that. Right here.
I know.
Just go back and zoom. There. How many times, how many years have we done this? Over a year.
It's raining. It's rained every day. So perfect for weekend breakfastes. 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 Dang it, that was good too.
Yeah.
God, what What is going on with my plants?
They're
okay.
fine.
A lot of fun. Like I said, we go there.
Up.
It's raining.
What does it say?
But first, mimosas. I should have some mimosas. Oops, not morning.